Alright, so basically, I have not told a story time in like a year. I think the last time I told one was like February of last year, but got one for y'all. This one is very recent. This happened literally Friday. It's Sunday as we're recording this, but it happened on Friday, the last day of February, for real. It was a that day was basically a movie. That's how I'm gonna just summarize it already. But yeah, let me just get on with it. So started off just it started off normal. We planned on going to Lake Paris, not not like the beach area, but y'all know, uh, if you're around this area, you know, like the entryway on Bernasconi Road. We usually just hang out there. We plan on hanging out there. We plan this out like a few days beforehand, and really the motive was just to go out there, chill, cook some steak, and that's it. Really, nothing else. Was just chill out there and cook. So I kind of woke up a little late, but I didn't wake up like late where I would be late, but I woke up like later than I wanted to be. Got dressed, and then I walked over to my buddy Levi's house because we always like meet up there. I don't know why we always like meet up there first. And since I'm basically walking distance, I can just walk over there. Then literally like probably like a minute or two after I arrived, then another one, Aaron, arrived. Um, Really, it was like Aaron. Then I think buddy Michael. Yeah, Michael came next, and then Michael and my best homie Matthew. Um, he's the newer addition to the group. Not like that, but he hasn't seen the others since like high school. So it was a little reunion for him. Then uh then I think our buddy Jesse came, and he's the main one that organized it because he just he hasn't hang with us in a minute. He wanted to, so he came next, and then we were just stood around waiting for Eddie. Yeah, Eddie's been on this channel before for sure, but we was waiting for Eddie for a cool minute. Then he got here. There was a little, not like a big situation, but there was a little like thing where we couldn't find a way to fit Levi's grill into like one of the cars, but we managed to dismantle it. Freaking old thing. That thing was stuck to pull apart, but got it apart, dismantled it. Did we put it in Michael's trunk? Yeah, put it in Mike. Yeah, we put it in Michael's trunk. Um, then after we all met up, the we well me me Eddie and Levi, we took Eddie's car, and we headed to the lake. The others had to go to the store to get all the like the extra stuff that they needed, but headed to the lake first. Found a spot. Then the others came. Um, got food and stuff. We didn't really get steak. We got carne asada, and then they also got like a box of Stater Brothers chicken, some cookies, chips. There was plenty of drinks. I really wish I went into Stater Brothers with them just to get like an extra case of brisk, because we had like three sodas, and then we had the lemon brisk. And anytime we bring brisk, those are literally the fastest ones that we burn through. So I should have bought another case, but we was just chilling. We ate the chicken first. We didn't grill yet, but we ate the chicken. Oh, and they bought a sandwich. I forgot, but we ate all the other stuff first, and we was just chilling for a little bit, and then so this part was meant to be a surprise. So Amir, like literally, okay, so this was planned out Wednesday, right? This planned on Wednesday, And that day, it's funny how they were like planning on Wednesday, and then like literally like they're in the like mid convo. Amir, he's been on this channel before. Well, not been on this channel, but I talked about him before. He asked like, "Yo, like when are y'all hanging out again?" So I could pull up as a surprise. Um, Perfect timing because I told him, you know, we're hanging out Friday. Um, what was meant to be a surprise kind of failed, but really, I don't even know whose fault it was because um he didn't know about the road going. He didn't know about the entryway going Bernasconi Road, and so he ended up going to the entryway in like through the Lake Paris Fairground. I forgot about that entryway because I only been there like one time. I completely forgot about the entryway. So when he was talking about it, I was so like when we was talking about like where we were both like completely lost. So I'm defending myself. It's not my fault that I'm giving bad directions. I just legit forgot about that entryway. But me and Eddie had to come pick him up because his dad dropped him off to go get one of his little brothers. But you know, we went over there, cooked some. By the time we went over there, we started cooking carne asada, and it was a very like, you know, it was very fun. We was laughing our heads off. Basically, we was losing our voices for how much we was laughing. A bunch of just saying a bunch of stupid stuff, telling a bunch of like stories and all that. It was a good time, really good time. But we stayed there till about 6, like 6, almost 7. It was already dark. It was already dark by the time we left. We packed up and got our stuff. Then the next plan, because our buddy Dylan, and Dylan is gonna be quite a part for in a little bit. Our buddy Dylan was joining because he had, I think, he had work. Like, yeah, I think he had work, and he got off around like 6. So we just said, you know, we're gonna meet up at the mall, the Mobile Mall, go to round 1 and see a movie. So we met up, stayed at Bros real quick, and then we went to round 1. Well, first Eddie had to go get gas, and then stopped by my house to get me and Amir some hoodies because it was cold. But then we went to the mall. We just went to round 1, and basically we went to round 1 first, play games and all that. And while we was just, you know, playing games, me and Amir found you know, a group in another, like one of our friends. One of our friends was there, so we chatted with him for a little bit. And while we was chatting with him, the others went off, like they went outside without us knowing. Like, they didn't tell us nothing. We was just standing around, you know, talking with our buddy, and then next thing you know, they were outside. So after like we got done talking, we was like, where did they go? So I had a call, and I called Matthew. I'm like, where y'all at? He's like, oh, we're all outside. Eddie and Dylan left to go get his teeth. Hold on, I forgot to even mention this. So hold on. At Lake Paris, right? They brought some drinks. Like, they brought some alcohol, and they brought a couple like stizzies. Like actual weed, not like what I'm finna mention in a little bit, but they brought like actual weed. So if I remember, it was Modelo. It was like then a little bottle of whiskey. Then it was Bucana's pineapple. Pineapple's the only one. Pineapple's like, is that that's like the main one I think people get, right? But yeah, they brought those 3. Of course, I don't drink. Pretty much me and Matthew were the only ones that didn't drink. I don't wait. No, I don't think Amir. I think Amir like probably tasted it, but he barely even tasted it. He couldn't do nothing else. like what they did, they would mix the bucanas with the whiskey and then like mix it with thing like a brisk or coke, and then the Modelo was just, I think they just bought the Modelo just because too. But back to like Dylan and Eddie, they went to Stacy because Dylan wanted to get a pen, and Dylan. When we met up, he showed that he brought some Buzzball. I don't know what flavor, it was blue, but he brought some Buzzball. And little fun fact about Dylan. Well, he possibly go a little overboard sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. One of the times I hang out with him, he was they uh they mixed some drinks. They mixed, I forgot what it was they drink, but it was a dark and it was a clear. That's a recipe for disaster, and he was basically out of it. But this time, I don't even know what all he even drank. I just know he must have took the Buzzball. He must have took the Buzzball. So I'm only assuming he took like either the Buzzball, the whiskey, or the Pucanas. I don't know what he even drank, but he drank some. He drank something, and then he went to Sizzy and got a pen. He took some hits of the pen, and all of that again is a recipe for disaster because he like pretty much like literally me, Amir, and Matthew were the only ones that weren't like, we didn't drink or we didn't take no hits, nothing. They were all like they all drank and they all got faded, but Dylan was the absolute most faded. Cause by the time it came to watch the movie, like when we saw him again, he was out of it, bro. He was completely just he was just out of his, like he was just out of it. He was super faded. We went to watch Sonic 3. We was at the last show. It was at 10:05. We saw like the last showing, and we all like, we got our tickets, sat in the back. Well, we got our tickets. Me and Amir, like our voices were basically like they were almost gone because of how much we were laughing from the lake, and how kind of like we kind of had to project our voice quite a bit. So we were losing our throats were cooked. Pause. We desperately needed drinks, so I bought the both of us some raspberry iced tea. Trust me, that saved us. I could have bought water, but it's Dasani. I'm not finna. Y'all got me messed up. Y'all think I'm finna drink Dasani water? Dasani, Aquafina, and Deja Blue are the worst waters, period. But we got our stuff. I don't know how many of us. I think the most any of us got was like some popcorn. I know Matthew got him and Amir some like big bags of popcorn. I only got myself like a cinnamon pretzel, but we headed to our, we got our stuff, went to the theater. We were legit the only ones in that theater. We were literally the only ones in that theater, so we kind of had some room to goof around and be loud. And Jesse Jesse was all over the place, hopping over the rails and jumping over the chairs and stuff. The most of us, we were just being loud just because we had every right to. I mean, we had the whole theater for ourselves. And then I think Eddie and Aaron may or may not have took some hits of the pen midway. I think it was the pen. I don't even know, but they might have took some hits. But I'm surprised we didn't get kicked. To be real, I'm surprised we didn't get kicked from the theater. But I think it's because like we were the last showing, so I think that the staff just didn't care. But throughout the whole movie, we was just being idiots. Now Dylan was not having a good time because I think like right as the movie, not like right as the movie started, but I think like 5 or 10 minutes into the movie, He had to go to the bathroom, and we noticed that he was gone for a little bit. And Eddie, I think like Eddie and Jesse went to go to the bathroom too. They went to, I think they probably went to go check on him or something. Dylan was thrown up in the bathroom. He was, I guess he was like greening out, whatever. He was not taking it well. He took too much. He was, he threw up in the bathroom for a cool minute. Then, he eventually came out, and he sat back down, and then he just then he slumped out. Like he went completely to sleep, and that kind of put us in a worry. Um, Hoping that he wasn't like dead or nothing, or like nothing was wrong was happening. But thankfully nothing did. He was just he was just completely out of it. But yeah, basically just throughout that and him just being slumped out, we was watching a movie. And the movie Sonic 3 is pretty good. I like Sonic 3. Um, just being idiots, and I think it was like towards like the like the end or something. Um, if I remember, I forgot who it was. I think first it was Michael. He threw a water. I think Michael threw a water bottle, cause like randomly, Aaron and was it Aaron? I'm pretty sure it's Aaron. Aaron and Jesse just moved to the like all the way to the front for no reason. Just to I don't know, like they were just being dumb. They went to the they just moved to the front, and I think it was, I don't know if it was Michael or Eddie, but one of them threw a water bottle towards the front, and it almost hit the screen, but it just hit them. It was a to be real, it was a good throw. I can't lie. It was a good throw. And then and then I think it was Aaron. Aaron threw it back at us and almost hit us, where me, Amir, and Matthew was sitting. It almost hit us. And then a little bit later, Eddie threw a cup. I don't know what drink he had, but he had like I think it was like a large or medium cup. He threw a cup of whatever drink it was, and I can't tell if he threw it hard enough to where it opened, or the cup was just already open, but you could see like the drink just spilled all like just like it you could see like it just spilled.
That's what I call teamwork.
Okay. When he did that, we legit thought we was gonna get kicked out right then and there. But then we realized like it's basically the end of the movie. We didn't like wait to the credits or nothing. We just got up and left. We just got up and left. Like, nah, we gotta get out of here. We for sure gotta get out of here. So we woke up. We woke up Dylan. We woke up Dylan. We left. Used the bathroom, and then we left. Dylan was extremely faded. He forgot where he even parked. He went like, if y'all know, like the exit from Harkins in the Mobile Mall. He went the escalator upstairs to go get him to come back down. then we left the mall, and then I thought we was finna head home, but it was like, oh yeah, hey, let's go to In-N-Out. Now I personally don't like In-N-Out, but I've been, even then, like, a lot of us weren't really hungry, so he was like, all right. Now pretty much not all of us went. Aaron went home. Matthew and Michael went home too. So it was just me, Eddie, Levi, Jesse, Amir, and Dylan at that point. And for his safety, Amir had to drive Dylan's truck, because he wasn't all the way there yet still. So we drove to In-N-Out for him. And to my, well, I mean, not really to my surprise, but In-N-Out was still like well, at least the drive-through was packed. It was a little packed inside, but the drive-through, of course, y'all know In-N-Out drive-throughs be packed no matter what time of day it is. But we went there, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we went there. We didn't park. Dylan parked. Dylan like parked himself. We let him park himself. We guided him a little bit, because like the way one of the drivers, well, like one of the other people parked was stupid. But yeah, we parked, and we got there. I think only Eddie and Dylan ordered. Jesse was there for a little bit, but then he left. And then Eddie ordered for him and Amir, because I think Amir said he wanted a burger. And then Dylan for sure ordered like himself a burger, because he for sure needed it. Um, and while we was waiting for the food, Amir saw like one of the dudes somebody that just drove in, had a nice Beamer. I don't know about cars like that, so I'm just going by his word that it was nice, to his taste. That the Beamer was nice, and like he was conversing with the dude for a cool minute. And I had to hand him his burger because he was talking for so long. But they conversated, and I guess Amir was motivated to get a Beamer at some point. He wants a Lexus, but he might so he convinced to like maybe possibly get a Beamer at some point. But after that, we ate for a little bit. Now after they conversated, here's where things really get wild. uh Amir, I think Amir barely even got a chance to sit down, or he didn't even get to sit down yet. He was still like standing up, and then like before like he sat down, was able to like start eating his burger, we heard this big boom from the street. And then we turned, and we heard some tires screeching, and then next there was this what is it, this a Scion, however you pronounce it, I'm sorry. But it was a car that pretty much was totaled, not well, yeah, it was pretty much totaled. It hit the it swerved, and it hit the curb, and then it stopped, the tires locked. Amir like quickly, and out of instinct, Amir dropped his stuff, and well, like he set it down, he didn't drop it, but he ran over, and then I ran over. We had a we helped the victims in the car accident. Like nobody was hurt. Nobody was hurt in the car accident at all, but the car was definitely totaled. We tried to push the car out of the way, because it was like kind of like in the middle of the street a little bit, but the tires were locked. We could not move it at all. That car was done for. So we can only hope that the driver has full coverage, has full insurance coverage. But basically what happened pretty much what happened is somebody tried to run a red light while the victims, because I think the car was full. It was like 4 people in it, 4 or 3. The victims were trying to turn and leave. And if y'all know the in and out by the freeway in Mobile, you know how narrow that street is. So first off, don't be speeding, don't run red lights, don't drive dumb, please don't. But even like running a red light is already dangerous. Doing it in that like narrow of a street is even more dangerous. And that could have really went fatal, because had that curb been any like lower for it to where it wouldn't really stop the car would have, the victim's car, it would have flipped over and landed in like the open parking space where the other cars were, and it probably would have killed somebody, because there was somebody just chilling in one of the cars. But yeah, it could have really went bad, but thankfully it didn't. Thankfully nobody was hurt. We can just hope that the victim had full coverage on his car. We quickly called the police, and they got here pretty quick. Once that happened, we was like, yeah, it's time to go home. We gotta go home. It was like 12 to 1 a.m. It's pretty late. It's time for us to leave. So me and Amir just hopped in Eddie's car. Dylan hopped in, like Dylan and Levi took Dylan's truck. we just left. We just went home. I'll be real. Me and Amir, it was hard for us to kind of we had to just lay. Like once we got home in our respective homes, we low key just laid in bed and just we just couldn't think for a minute. But yeah, that's basically the story time. It went from funny to just dumb stuff to just what the heck. That's all I can say. But yeah, Wednesday and Friday I got some plans, but with that, I'll see y'all whenever.